And my question for David is, what does hospice mean to you?
What does hospice mean to me? Well, when I started working for hospice, and I started wearing my uniform with my logo on it, and I go to the gas station, to Walmart, and people really tell me that I have a sad job, and I say, it's actually, I don't feel like it's a sad job. It's we have a mission to help the community, and our responsibility was a community. And then basically what I'm telling these people is having a personal experience with my dad. 2011, my dad, he was sick, and I was taking care of my dad, and I can't give it the quality of service that he needs, because I'm not certified, I'm not qualified to give it the service to my dad. So I asked my dad, to call hospice, and he told me, no, don't call hospice. He don't like it. I don't know why he don't like it. And I started talking to one of the social workers from hospice, and he gave me some really good advice for my dad, and I used it with my dad, and my dad told me, yeah, call hospice. So 2 days later, my dad was here in one of the room in hospice. My dad, he was super happy. He have a ponytail. The CNAs, they shift my dad, and he looked great. And he was telling me, I love this place. And actually, because he never accepted what was going on with him, and he told me, actually, when I get here, I wanna get a job here. And I'm not even look for this job. This just come to me. A friend of mine, he called me and offered me the opportunity to come and work for hospice, and I love it. Every single day of my life, I come to work, and I love what I do. Taking care of this room for my viejitos and assisted living, taking care of the rooms for our patients and La Posada size. I love what I do here, and this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. Thank you.
Really? Mesilla Valley Hospice is so important to me and my family. We had firsthand experience with Mesilla Valley Hospice in 2019 when my late father-in-law, Mark Medoff, was at the end of his life. We met with them at Mountain View Hospital. They told us what would happen if we were to move him to hospice, which we ended up doing. And it's such a challenging time for a family to know you're losing a loved one. But what hospice did is they made this challenging time really, it's hard to say this word, it's crazy, but it was uplifting. It was really inspirational. It was peaceful. We spent about 10 days with Mark at hospice. His friends were able to come visit. We as his family were with him the entire time. The doctor and the nurses at hospice were so caring and loving and so attentive, again, to this challenging time. And when Mark finally passed, we were really at peace. And the reason we were at peace was because of the way hospice dealt with this whole end of life. And I was so inspired personally and so moved by what hospice did for me and my family that I joined the board at hospice. I said, I need to help them continue their mission of helping people with their end of life. And I am proud to be part of the hospice board. I'm grateful that I'm able to give back to hospice for all they did for me and my family, my mother-in-law and my sisters-in-laws and all of Mark's grandchildren. But I can't really thank hospice enough. I can't say enough about hospice and what an important part of our community they are. For a community of Las Cruces to have an organization like this help navigate certainly the most challenging time of life for a family is really wonderful. So I just want to thank hospice, congratulate them on their 40th anniversary. I'm proud to be part of hospice as a board member, and I look forward to working with them for many years to come. Thank you.
Hello everybody, my name is Rudy Trujillo, and I am a hospice survivor. First off, I would like to thank all the staff at Mesilla Valley Hospice, Lorraine, Stacy, Cynthia, and especially Kate Walsh. Thank you all very much from the bottom of my heart. Can't thank you enough. Yes, I am a survivor. I'm battled for alcohol for many years. Now I could say I am 9 years, 2 months sober. Feeling great, never felt better in my life. I was the type of alcoholic that would never wanted to drink to be social. I always wanted to get wasted. Always drinking a beer was a race. If I finished 2 before he gets 1, I had more, kind of thing. To a point where I didn't want it anymore, where I needed it so that I could function. That's how bad it got. I'd get jobs. The only jobs I would get was ones that I knew if I could drink there. If I wasn't able to drink and I landed a job, I'd make sure to find a way to drink. So I always had a beer with me anywhere I went. It always had a drink. Now I start going through withdrawals, shakes, angry, the worst person possible to be around. But when I had a beer, I was a whole different person. So finally, I get stuck with a warrant that I didn't know about. So I get sent to jail. I knew as bad as I was drinking, I needed to have that alcohol or I wasn't going to make it. I knew I was going to have seizures, withdrawals, and so yeah, never got to make it to see the judge. So 2 days later, I ended up in ICU. Woke up from that and all my organs failing. 10 to 15% of my liver was functioning. The rest was, I was gone. I was all jaundice. My eyes were yellow. I had to do paracentesis, which was the worst. It's just all around horrible. Also, I had to learn to walk. So finally, I kept on, I want to go home. He said, the only way you're going to go home is if you go home under hospice. Which, fine by me. I just want to go home. I didn't know what it was. So finally signed the paperwork. Let's go. I get home. I got me a hospital bed in there and still not knowing what that part about it was. Then maybe a couple hours later, in walks a nurse. This nurse I will never forget, Miss Kate Walsh. Just want to thank you for everything you did for me. Even though you say you didn't, you did. You meant a lot. For all the talks, making sure I had my medicines, for the itching powder that you Googled and you found and you got me. Thank you. Every little thing. All of hospice in general, all the staff, for the late night calls you were answering, answering all the questions that need to be answered. And I want to thank everybody at Mateo Valley Hospice. Thank you very much. It was an easy road for me, for my family. I also want to thank them for standing by my side. My wife, my 3 daughters, my mom, my dad, my son-in-law, for all the support you guys given me. And I am a true believer in a second chance. I mean, God has given me a second chance. You guys gave me a second chance. Thank you.